It's been a very interesting week in the world of flight sim this week. We've had major outages for many simmers, as well as the 23rd version of Sim Update for Beta has been released. We've got all the details about that, including all of this week's highlights when it comes to previews, announcements, and release news. So let's jump straight into the video. Before we jump into this week's video, here's a quick word from this week's video sponsor. Flight Sim Mods is a company that makes high-quality solutions for your home desk sim setup. If you have multiple products from different vendors such as Wing, Honeycomb, Turtle Beach, and Monza, just to mention a few, they will most likely have a solution for you to improve your home flight sim setup to take the most out of those products and improve the experience. For Oz Flight Simmer viewers, you can use a discount code of AFS10 to receive a 10% discount on all purchases. I will leave a link to their store in the description below and also in the comments, and I'd like to thank you Flight Sim Mods for sponsoring this video. Kicking off with this week's previews and announcements, PMDG this week confirmed they are expecting to release the PMDG Boeing 737-800 for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 before the end of the year. This new version has been rebuilt from the ground up and will only be available for the 2024 sim. The audio environment has also been completely rewritten for the 737, and the sound suite was developed by a real 737 pilot and an audio engineer. That is great news that we'll see an updated aircraft sounds on release, which was a big argument from simmers with the Boeing 777 release. Robert, the CEO of PMDG, also mentions that the Boeing 747-100 Classic and the 747-400 are both progressing well, but no extra information at this stage from those projects. And of course, we will keep you posted with many more updates as we come to the release of the first 737-800 from PMDG in your sim. Just Flight has recently released a development update on their Fokker F70 and F100. The Fokker release was expected to be released already. However, the team have mentioned that the development has taken a little longer than expected. However, the project is progressing well. The team mentions that the Fokker is now feature complete and it has entered a beta testing. The Just Flight team is now concentrating on the automatic flight system, which is the FMS, while fine-tuning the LNAV and the VNAV to make sure they are correctly working with the auto throttle of the FMS. The sound package has now been integrated, which was the final major addition for the release of the aircraft. Preview videos are being prepared as we speak, and we should see a release of those videos soon to showcase the Fokker's extensive feature list. Intentions AI this week announced that they have been able to lower their prices when it comes to their annual and monthly subscriptions. They announced at the start of October that they had to increase their prices, and on the final hour of that being implemented, the team were able to negotiate a large-scale vendor agreement, which then reduced the infrastructure and AI provider costs. That means Say Intentions were able to decrease their subscription charges, which is now lower than both of the previous announced charges and also lower than the original charges. The pricing takes effect immediately. This is not the first time we've seen a price drop from the team. We've seen this a few times, and Say Intentions AI do pass savings on to their customers based on how the new tech evolves and grows, which really shows they are looking out for their customers. If you wanted to check out Say Intentions AI, now is a great time. Check out, obviously, we have all the links to everything that we speak about on the videos in the links in the descriptions below. Moving over to this week's release news, and Carenado released their next aircraft, which is the Beechcraft 390 Premier. This release, like other Carenado releases, is exclusive through the InSim marketplace, and this is the first business jet aircraft that we have seen from the team. The 390 is a twin-engine jet known for its speed and efficiency. First flew in 1998, produced by Beechcraft all the way through to the late 2000s. There is two turbine fans that produce 23,000 pounds of thrust, and also the 390 can cruise up to 370 knots and also also a max speed of about 450. The cabin accommodates up to 6 passengers with 1 or 2 pilot operations. Features included with the release is realistic flight dynamics, a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 career mode integration when it comes to charter services for its mission profiles, high quality sounds, Colin Proline 21 integrated avionics system, Colin flight management system, 8 liveries, and you can pick up your copy of the Carenado Beechcraft 390 Premier IA through the InSim Marketplace store. Moving over to some hardware news this week, Wing released its next products for its Airbus A320 cockpit fleet. This time it's the ECAM 32 and the AGP 32 metal panels. The ECAM is a one-piece full-scale model that features core systems such as buttons for bleed air conditioning, electronics, fuel, hydraulics, and more. Also, other features are included are a dual protection ERT cancellation button to prevent accidental activations, automatic backlighting and synchronization to the sim, 4 hidden buttons for expandable compatibility across different types of aircraft. The ECAM includes a bunch of flexibility mounting options for either desktop or cockpit integrations, while the AGP 32 metal has been built almost entirely out of metal and is a dedicated landing gear system control. The AGP aims to reproduce the tactile experience of a real Airbus airliner cockpit hardware, and the immersion highlights include fine crafted metal gear lever with realistic detents for gear up and gear down, 2 installation modes supporting a compact desk option and a full-scale cockpit option, individual landing gear indicator lights, triple display clock, replicated brake and anti-skid switches, additional rotary RST and CHR knobs, and both new releases from Wing are available to pre-order with their early bird discount price. Orders from the global store with additional postage charges are available. The world local stores tend to take a little bit longer till they see products in those stores once being shipped. So like all Wing products, if you want to get something the quickest way, the best way is to get it from the global store. Also, I have been noticing that Wing have posted that they will be having a Black Friday sale soon. So that'll be interesting if there's any Wing gear that you're planning to pick up. Might be worthwhile waiting for that to release. Keeping with hardware news, Honeycomb Aeronautical have returned with some releases with 2 new products, the Sierra TPM modules and the Foxtrot Aviation Stick. The Sierra TPM models bring a general aviation throttle system to desktop pilots. Honeycomb mentions they include a metal push and pull vernier controls for throttle, prop, and mixture adjustment, along with high detailed trim wheel and dedicated flap landing gear and brake levers. While their new Foxtrot stick features include Hall effect sensors with adjustable tension and linear resistance, so it doesn't have any center detents. Hat switch on the stick, along with multiple action buttons, rocker switches, and a trigger button. A bunch of twist access handle buttons along the side. You can pick up both of these releases from the Honeycomb Aeronautical store or also the Aerosoft store. I do believe Honeycomb don't send to every country around the world, such as Australia. So if you're Australian, you'll need to head over to the Aerosoft store to get your Honeycomb gear. We missed this as we didn't have a video last week, but SoFly have released their latest airport, which is Bristol. SoFly mentions this is the most detailed airport to date for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and they reflect the airport's current layout and infrastructure in the release. Bristol Airport is a key hub to Southwest England and serves many low-cost airlines such as EasyJet, Jet2, Ryanair, and TUI. The release has been built with next-generation ground systems that enable high resolution when it comes to textures, marks, and surface transitions on the ground, and also the airport will include seasonal behaviors such as snow piles and active snowplow operations during winter conditions. Along with custom ambient sounds throughout the terminals and aprons and towers, it comes with its own soundscape. Also, SoFly has included the real runway hump, which this airport is known for when it comes to its elevation profile. So if you want some tricky takeoffs and landings, Bristol is a great airport to look at. Full GSX integration and exclusive GSX profiles have been optimized for performance, and you can pick up your copy of Slowfly Bristol's through their website. I'll leave a link in the show notes below. Taxiing on to the runway for this week's sim update news. Despite many simmers in the past couple of days having issues not being able to log in through the Xbox or the Microsoft Flight Simulator store, as well as pretty much bad or dreadful frame rates leading up to that, we only saw a one beta release instead of the normal two we would see in past weeks. I'd say Microsoft probably dropped everything to work on why people couldn't actually use the sim. That being said, the release for the sim update for beta version 1.6.23.0 was released earlier in the week. This week's version of the beta brings a bunch of stability and performance fixes, including fixed memory leaks and crashing in free flight mode with the ATC window open, fixed a crash in the cabin service navigation graph systems, and a bunch of other minor crash fixes, removed the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 ships and replaced them with the 2024 ships for the living world in low graphic presets. That's a little bit cheeky putting the 2020 ships in the 2024 sim. Fixed multiplayer name tags not to be visible over 5 miles, which is something that I'm very excited about, and also fixed some Sim Connect issues. There was also some SDK and some development fixes for this update as well. According to the current roadmap for 2025, Sim Update 4 will be released after the PlayStation 5 release of the sim. The PS5 release is scheduled to be released for early access on December 3rd and a full public release on December the 8th. So it appears that we will probably see Sim Update 4 go live at or after December 3rd at the earliest. So that being said, I'm expecting at least 3 to 4 weeks of more beta builds and updates to go. Let us know in the comments below, are you using Sim Update 4? I've just moved over to it this week because Sim Update 3 just wasn't working anymore, and I'm finding some more performance, so I'm happy to put up with the beta builds coming through because, hey, I can actually use the sim a little bit better. This week on the InSim Marketplace releases, we've seen 70 new products. 34 of those are on PC and 36 of those are on console. 5 aircraft releases this week with only 2 of worthy mention. One which is the Just Flight F-28 Professional. Both has been released on PC and Xbox, and also the Carenado B390 for PC and Xbox, which we mentioned in the video early before. Other releases have been made up for the week is 7 livery packs, 3 mission packs, 6 scenery enhancement packs. Some of those are to do with traffic when it comes to airport traffic and road traffic, 3 night lighting packs, and 9 airports. A big thank you to Flight Sim Mods for sponsoring this video today. We'll leave a link in the comments below and also in the description, so you can go and check out their store. And please like and subscribe to the channel if you are a fan of flight simulation and enjoyed the content. And we will see you in another video real soon.